Welcome to your PWC Connections, a monthly look at what's happening inside PWC and out in our community. I'm your host, Lamont Henson. Thanks for tuning in. Do you know the difference between stormwater and wastewater? Are you aware of the city's storm water program? Well, we'll discuss it and how does it work. Then one of our conservationists will provide some tips on how to wisely supply water to your land for Smart Irrigation Month. If you're interested in saving money, take some time to hear from our general manager about time of use. And we'll look inside PWC for a recap on the Lineman Rodeo. So stay tuned.
Stormwater is rainwater runoff that when it rains, the water that falls on the streets, parking lots, rooftops, runs into the storm drains on the side of the road, and from there it flows directly to a river, lake, or stream without ever being treated. The stormwater program does two things for the citizens of Fayetteville. It helps to manage the runoff by maintaining and upgrading our drainage infrastructure, and we also monitor that runoff by monitoring our creeks and rivers for how the pollution is affecting it, as well as to educate our citizens on how to help prevent pollution for stormwater. Stormwater and wastewater are different. Stormwater is the rainwater that runs off of streets and parking lots, and wastewater is the water that leaves your home whenever you brush your teeth, flush your toilet, take a bath. So those are two very different systems, and they're treated completely different as well. There is a difference between sewers and the storm drainage system as well. The sanitary sewer system is the system that brings the water to and from your home, and then the storm drainage system is the system that captures all of that rainwater. Stormwater is never treated, and anything that picks up along the way, such as oils, grease, trash, all of those pollutants can get carried to our rivers, lakes, and streams as well. Stormwater pollution is managed in a couple of different ways. One, we have a robust education program to help prevent that pollution. We do a lot of things to educate citizens not to throw anything in a storm drain, and then we also monitor our rivers, lakes, and streams to see how pollution might be affecting them, and then to see what's going on and if there's anything down upstream affecting things downstream. There is a stormwater utility fee, and that fee goes to pay for some of our capital improvement projects, which is our drainage infrastructure. It also helps to pay for our water quality monitoring and our quality program as well. Citizens can find more information out about stormwater on our website by visiting fayettevillenc.gov/stormwater. And that's how it works.
PWC's Medical Priority Program is in place to identify PWC accounts that have life support equipment in the home based on household members' medical condition. You could have some customers in need of CPAP machines. You could have some customers who are in need of in-house dialysis. So those are two types of equipment that we do see commonly come across on the life support applications. Of course, there are different other ones that we do take in consideration as well. If we do receive an application where possibly the application is denied, we do inform the customer by sending them a letter out stating that the type of equipment on their application is not deemed as medically required equipment. Of course, if the application is approved, the customer is notified of this as well, and their PWC account is coded life support with the type of equipment that is documented on the form as well. You would want to be on the medical priority list if your physician or hospital has informed you that a household member is in need of whatever life support equipment, and they have instructed you to contact your electric provider and or water provider to make them aware that you have this necessary life sustaining equipment in your home, and to make sure your account is flagged just in case of emergencies where you have extended outages, whether it be your electric and or your water, to ensure that your home is addressed promptly to hopefully restore the services. We also would add also that even though you're taking the steps to have your account coded as life support, that you also have other backup plans in place, as well as far as your battery backup equipment and or seeking shelter in the place of extended outages. Just because you're on the medical priority list, it does not mean that you're going to be the first home to be restored, but we do have this list in place where we can address those accounts that are coded life support, so we can try to have your services restored in a timely manner. If you have a PWC account, whether it be a water account or electric account, you can enroll for the services. Again, it is based on you, the customer, providing the information on the application and having your physician to complete the application as well. PWC does review this medical priority list yearly. You are sent a medical priority renewal form and letter each year, and of course you are required to fill out your portion and have your physician fill out their portion to continue to be on the list. It does not have to be the account holder per se that is on the medical equipment. It could be a child or any other household family member. PWC truly cares about our customers in our community. Of course, the customers who have their account coded as life support, with our upcoming hurricane season and any type of natural disaster that may occur, we just want to make sure everybody plans ahead and takes the necessary steps to make sure that all household members' needs are met. PWC Medical Priority Form can be found on our website at faypwc.com. You can also contact customer service at 910-483-1382 to have this form mailed to you, emailed, or faxed. And you can visit our customer service center. You can pick up one on site.
Electric cars have a major impact on local air quality, as they have zero operating emissions and an overall reduction in carbon dioxide emissions. Electric cars also have lower operational costs and have lower maintenance costs because of fewer moving parts than gas-powered vehicles. If you drive an electric vehicle or are considering buying one, PWC has a great offer for you. Thanks to a grant from the North Carolina Clean Energy Technology Center, PWC has installed 4 Level 2 charging stations that can be used for free. Together with our partners at Fayetteville Cumberland County Parks and Recreation and Market Fair Mall, these stations have been made available across Fayetteville. Each station can charge 2 cars at once and are available 7 days a week. Free charging stations are located at Market Fair Mall, Clark Park, Honeycutt Park, and Lake Rim Park. For more information on PWC and our free charging stations, please visit our website at faypwc.com.
I decided to join the CAG to get involved with the community to find out what PWC was all about and their process as far as doing things. I heard about the CAG from 2 friends, one who was employed at PWC and one who was on the group before I came on it. I've learned all about the treatment plants, the water plants, the workings as far as the people, and I've really enjoyed it. Good people. We have been through a transition period where we got a new president. Mr. Blanchard left, and now we have a new one. And we have discussed almost every detail or every situation or problem that PWC has had. And I feel like we've done a good job of settling a lot of things. It has increased my appreciation for PWC because I was not aware of all that they did as far as everyday work on their lines, on sewer, water, treatment plants. Like the plant in Eastover, I had no idea it was there, and I've been around Eastover all my life. And it has really helped me to learn the involvement that PWC has with the community. I want to try to stay on the CAG as long as I possibly can.
I decided to join first because somebody actually told me about it, a really good friend, and then he recommended me to be a part of it. Then I was like, okay, why not? You know, it's a way to give back to the community, and I'm serving in the military anyway, so, and I look at it this way, that by joining, I can be the voice for the community that I'm part of, so it's a good opportunity. I have a different perspective about PWC and most of the energy company in this community, but coming in, I was able to basically see how involving PWC is in the community, in the way, you know, the effort they actually put in forth to help customers understand what they do and how they bring in values to the community, so which is quite important, you know, important, and I find that very valuable, and I'm learning as I'm going to. It's good to serve anyway, so apart from, you know, we're going to take this uniform off one day, but it's good to serve the community, and join the CAG just give you that opportunity, so why not? And my favorite part is basically being able to go to different plants that you guys have is really eye-opening for me. So yeah, I love that, like going on a trip, you know, it's like going on a field trip when I was in high school, so it's kind of like cool.
I've been on the CAG for right at about a year and a half. I thought it would be interesting. I wanted to learn more where my electricity, and not my water, but my electricity comes from, and the other things, and where my bills were going to. In fact, I'm currently in one of the subdivisions that has the septic problems, and they're working on right now. And they've been redoing my whole front yard, and hopefully it will be good. And so I have high hopes, and they've been fantastic about it, because I leave my house approximately 10 times a day, and they stop all their work and put down. In fact, one time they not only filled in holes, they actually took and created a bridge so I could drive back into my house. So I was quite impressed with that, so they were more than willing to help out. And I've been on a couple of the little field trips where they've introduced me to how I call them the switchboards, because I'm in the dinosaur category, but how they operate when calls come on in, also on the different types of electricity used in the bulb. And I can actually explain some of that to my neighbors who are actually willing to listen. When I hear the big boom now, when we have a thunderstorm, I don't get too worried, because I know it's not a transformer going out. Because I used to think that, oh, there goes the whole electricity and we're all done for, you know. But now I know, that's going to be fixed, and that's just a little relay and one of the little things up there. So I think it would be a great experience for them, and it would actually broaden their understanding, and they would understand a lot more of the things that are provided and where the money is actually being spent, and the way that they can influence how the money is being spent. And I hope to be on the CAG for quite a while more, so I can give them the benefit of my wisdom and learn from them.
I'm on my second year of the CAG. I decided to volunteer my time to serve because of proud of my hometown utility. I feel like PWC is very responsive to needs of the community, and I wanted to learn more about the inner workings. I've learned a lot about the reclamation processes, going on those tours. The emergency center was pretty fascinating, learning about all that. There is someone always on call, on duty. You know, you flip on that light switch, you don't think where it's coming from, but somebody's here or there somewhere making sure that that power's there, that water's there. And there's so much more that you're getting for your money when you pay your bill. You think you're just paying for water and you think you're just paying for electricity, but there's so much more that PWC does with your money and gives back to the community, and I think that's really great. I have really enjoyed meeting the leadership of PWC, Steve Blanchard when he was here, and then David Trago. Couldn't have picked a better replacement for Steve. That was a very smooth transition, I think a wise choice. I would certainly advise someone to join this PWC CAG group. It's very worthwhile and you learn a lot. I love my hometown utility.
At Fayetteville's Public Works Commission, people make the difference.
Hi, my name is Randall Cummings and I'm a water treatment plant operator here at PWC.
Randall and his colleagues operate PWC's award-winning facilities for water treatment and wastewater reclamation. They install and continuously maintain our water and sewer lines. And they help PWC provide customers with a clean, safe water supply that exceeds EPA standards. For tips on conserving power, visit PWC's website.
July is Smart Irrigation Month, but it's important to conserve water year-round. When setting timers for irrigation system, it's important to set your timers in the morning or late afternoon when temperature is cooler and water doesn't evaporate as quickly. Knowing how much to water is important. The amount of water needed each week changes with the weather. And make sure you follow PWC's year-round outdoor watering schedule. If your address ends in an even number, water on Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. And if your address ends in an odd number, water on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. And hand watering is allowed any day. One way to conserve water is by installing a rain sensor. And a rain sensor keeps the irrigation system from coming on when it's raining outside. If you install a rain sensor, you are eligible for a bill credit up to $50. Before using your irrigation system, it's important to have it serviced to make sure you don't have leaky heads, backflows working correctly, things like that. Here's some more smart irrigation tips. Do not leave sprinkler or hoses unattended. Our garden hose can pour out more than 600 gallons in only a few hours. Don't allow sprinklers to water your streets, driveway, or sidewalks. Choose a water-efficient irrigation system, such as drip irrigation to water your flowers, trees, and shrubbery. Install rain barrels to collect and reuse rainwater. If you have any more questions, you can give us a call, visit our website, or check us out on Facebook.
Our commissioners recently voted that in May of 2019, PWC will start having time of use rates for our residential and small commercial customers. PWC, like a lot of other utilities in the United States, we buy electricity on the open market. And in that open market, there are times when electricity is more expensive, and that's obviously when it's peak times, like when it's really hot or it's really cold in the wintertime. And then there are other periods of time where electricity costs less. So our commissioners decided to switch our rates to more reflect how the market operates and allow customers to make some simple changes where they could save money on their electric bill by changing, for example, like when they do their laundry or when they run their dishwasher. So there's a lot of things that customers can do. It's called time of use rates. So basically there will be a period in the summertime where we will have an on-peak period when electricity costs us more money. And in the wintertime, it will be in the morning time when electricity costs us more money. So basically there'll be roughly about a 30% difference between customers, what they will pay during the on-peak and off-peak times. So there can be some considerable savings for customers who can shift usage to the off-peak times. If you take a look at the rate that we're currently charging our customers, when time of use rates come into play, for 20 hours of the day, the rate will actually be lower than what they're paying today. For 4 hours of the day, it will be higher. So there's quite an opportunity for customers to save money if they can just put as much electric usage in those 20 hours that it will actually cost them less. Well, a lot of customers in our area may not have a programmable thermostat. That's probably the easiest way for customers to save money. If during the peak periods they set their thermostat lower by 2 or 3 degrees, which is not a whole lot, they can obviously save a lot of money during that period of time because they'll be using less electricity when it costs PWC more and thus when it costs them more. And if they shift that usage to when it costs less, they can obviously save monies on their bill every single month. We're going to have a number of educational programs for our customers. We're going to be introducing a new portal on our website where we're going to have some added features that our customers can access. We are going to be doing advertising. We're going to be doing a lot of seminars. We're going to be at the home shows and places like that where we're going to have information for our customers so they can make informed decisions on how they use their energy and how they could save money on the new time of use rates. Customers can do some simple things now in anticipation of the time of use rates. Like I said, they can go and get a programmable thermostat and program it. We have information out there, and we will be getting more information out there, like when the peak times are, so they can use the thermostat over the next couple of months to kind of see what's comfortable for them and their family, but also maximize the savings for them. The number 3 user of electricity in a lot of homes is a dryer. So if they change when they dry their clothes from the on-peak time to the off-peak time, they can actually save 30% by making that simple little change. So there are things that they can do, and this will be part of our education campaign, to tell customers how they can make those simple changes and what an impact it will have on their bill. Obviously, we're going to work with our customers. We're going to get educational materials out there, so when the change does happen, they'll be fully informed and that they'll be able to take actions to hopefully save money on their bill and save PWC money on our bill that we have to pay Duke.
The Nick Ames rodeo was a whole lot easier than what I expected it to be to start with after everything that we had to train for. This was my first time competing in the Nick Ames rodeo. My favorite event was the Hurt Man Rescue. I would have done really good if I hadn't dropped my knife on the judge. Yeah, I went to go put it in the pouch on my side and it fell out the pouch whenever I started climbing down. I placed either 16th or 18th out of 80 people. We put in a lot of time training and doing the events over and over and over and over again, and I think the repetition and the training really helped. I can't wait to hit the pole yard in Fayetteville next year.
I competed as an apprentice in the Hurt Man Rescue, the rope toss, the sidewalk guy event, and we did a written test. This was my first time competing in the Nick Ames rodeo, and it was really fun, but I think I let my nervousness get to me and I messed up a couple times, so I'm looking forward to next year so I can do better. Competing in front of my coworkers was pretty, honestly, that was the best part, because when you're training and you're out there and everybody's timing each other and messing up and stuff, it's easy to say, well, that run don't count, that run don't count, but out there at the competition, that was it. That's what it was. So it was really where you got to show each other what you had. So that was, to me, that was the best part, was going against my teammates as opposed to everyone. Being on top of the pole and seeing all the other poles is it's a good feeling. I mean, if you have a moment to take and look around, it's really awesome, but in the competition you're so focused on what you're doing and what you have to do next that you don't get to. I love competing in the rodeo because it was a break from work. We got to be competitive against other people, show them how good PWC really was, placing a lot of events. Got to eat some good food and hang out with some of the upper management, really cool people, and I can't wait till next year.
I'm always proud of them to go out there and do stuff that is mostly done out of a bucket. You know, to watch them go out there and do it on hooks as young men coming in, never done it before, and progress, especially at APPA. You're competing against the best in the nation. We started training in February. We start off just climbing poles, taking our time, stretching, getting used to cardio. That's one of the biggest things with climbing. Most people we work with our hands and our arms every day, but you're not used to climbing. Some kids have never even had hooks on their feet. We had 2 this year that never even climbed when they come to work for us. It's the coolest thing in the world to watch these kids progress from knowing nothing to the rock stars. because they're doing stuff that 90% of the people in this nation cannot do or are afraid to do. They're doing it straight out of high school, most of them. The only training they've ever had, the only thing they know about electricity is what we've taught them. It's like sending your kids to the first day of kindergarten. It is. You're scared that they're going to get hurt. You're worried that they're their biggest enemy. They're scared they're going to mess up. You have to try to talk to them and tell them, just do what we do at the farm. Just do what comes natural. It's like taking kids to school. It really is. They all finish on the top of my list at the end of the day. Once they're done competing, they've all finished, nobody's hurt, we all get to come home. Yes. I'm extremely proud of all the APPA competitors and the Nick Ames competitors.
Hi, and welcome to Take One. This is our chance to highlight news, upcoming events, and important FYIs from Fayetteville PWC. On May 25th, the Arts Council of Fayetteville and Cumberland County held the Public Works Art Exhibit for 4th Friday. Here are the winners. 3rd place goes to Rita D. Thomas for The Vigilant, and also A. Jones Rogers for American Crisis 1861 to 1865. 2nd place goes to Nancy Chandler for Splash, and 1st place goes to Johnny Horn for Star Trails over Bodie Island Lighthouse. Thank you to all the talented artists for submitting their wonderful artwork to be displayed. Be sure to submit your work next year. In mid-June, PWC employees joined public power utilities from around the country for Day of Giving. Our employees gave back to our community by volunteering their time with local agencies. Some assisted visually impaired adults during a Zumba class at the Vision Resource Center, while others delivered Meals on Wheels on behalf of the Cumberland County Council on Older Adults. PWC employees also donated fans to those in need. Our employees agree that it was a pleasure to take part in the Day of Giving, and they can't wait until next year. It's hurricane season, which means there's potential for some major storms to hit our area. That's why it's important to have plans in place and make proper preparations so that you and your family know what to do in the event of a hurricane or another disaster. It's not too late to go get important supplies such as extra batteries, flashlights, and at least 1 gallon of water per person per day for 3 days to help keep you prepared for this storm season. Here at Fayetteville PWC, we have an aggressive and proactive plan for operations in the event of a hurricane, other severe weather, or emergency situation. Our crews stand ready to swing into action just as soon as it's safe, and we are always prepared to work around the clock to restore your service. We have created a storm guide that includes general safety tips and information about steps you can take to prepare for storms. Copies of our storm guide are available at the PWC Customer Service Center at 955 Old Wilmington Road, at Fayetteville Libraries, at Fayetteville Recreation Centers, and at We Do Radio's office on Murkison Road. For more useful information available year-round, visit the Storm Central page on our website at faypwc.com/stormcentral. Another step you can take to prepare for severe weather is to sign up for our Medical Priority Program. We know that power can be more than a convenience, and that for some people, it's a medical necessity. The Medical Priority Program is for PWC customers who require life-sustaining equipment that is dependent on electric and/or water service. You can sign up to receive early notification and priority restoration consideration in the event of a scheduled or emergency interruption of service. Be sure that you and your physician complete this medical priority application found on our website. If you think this program is for you, don't wait for an emergency. To learn more, call 910-483-1382. Thanks for watching Take One, and remember to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll see you next time.